I see the whiskers. They're down where the mouth is, but there's one up near his ears. You see it on the right hand side. On the
Oh,
right hand.
of where his eye would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the one on the other eye that's got a little thing sticking up.
Oh, the eyelash.
Yeah, that's one eyelash. I don't know how a rabbit's supposed to have one eyelash, but that's what they're showing you.
It's not on that one. So anyway,
No,
go back to the
many.
the important story. Go to
So,
Ohio. Wait,
so
might as
you
well
were
start
you were
over since you're getting
mystified as to
recorded now.
who was doing this drive. So my uncle, my brother, and I.
Setting first.
Said
1960, whatever. You said
yeah, it
65
was
years. 1936. Well, you built it before you. So 1960 something.
yeah, probably 1962, 3, 62. I was 10 years old. 63, I was, you know,
11.
11.
Mm.
So somewhere in there. I feel like I was that old.
He was about 10 or 11.
10 or 11.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 10 or 11. So we all get in the car. We drive, or he drives, all the way to Cincinnati or somewhere in Ohio. We're there to visit his daughter from his previous marriage.
Your uncle.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I sent you here to save it. Don't spill any. Don't spill it. Thank you, son.
No, it's up to you guys not to spill it.
Thank you, thank you.
Look at that. Greatest kid on earth right there.
So we get in the car, we go. Um, we arrive at a rather large, I would have said row house. You know what a row house is?
Nope.
That used to be what townhouses look like. Townhouses are joined, and there's like 5 of them in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Row houses are the whole city block. It's in all of them are connected, and they call them a row house. That was the term.
But they had walls in between the house.
Right. No space to walk, but the houses were joined.
Joined.
But this one may have red brick and that one may have gray brick, so they weren't like built together. They were just attached, close.
Row house, gotcha.
Row house.
You can put that upstairs. I'm not doing that. If you're going upstairs, you put it upstairs. But don't worry about it. Go ahead. Carry on.
I wasn't going upstairs.
Copy that.
Okay.
Can you put this in the trash, please? Thanks, since you're here. Thank you, son.
Get that smile, that frown off your face. Cotton ball head. Cotton eye gin. Anyway, so 62, 3, we were there. So we get there. The daughter is 40,
Ohio?
Yeah. 40 years old or so. 45.
The point of this trip is to meet and greet.
No, he don't care about us. He's there for his own purposes. I looked at her for.
Oh, he's meeting his daughter.
Not meeting her. He's there to see her, talk to her,
To
do
see her,
whatever,
yeah.
do whatever to her. And we're just an accessory. We don't give a damn who this.
He's just not leaving you at home.
Right. I don't know why he wanted us to go.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, 10,
It
10
worked
11
out.
ago, you could have hung out at the house.
Yeah, yeah, but you know he's a weirdo.
Gotcha.
He's a weirdo. So we're there. We do the meet and greet at the door. I'm like, okay. So that's over with. He and his daughter go somewhere else in the house. They're talking. We get there probably at 7 or 8 o'clock at night. For some reason, it feels like it was cold outside. Fall, at least fall, cold. So we've been there for a little while, and then her children come out. Yeah, she has 4 children.
His daughter. Okay.
His daughter had 4 children. One of them is named Virginia. The other one is named the girl, Virginia. And then there's whatever her name is, Mary or whatever. And then 2 boys, Wayne and whatever the other one is, Anthony or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And these are about your age, a lot older.
Okay, the oldest one, Wayne, is 2 years older than me. So he's 13, 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
And the other brother is maybe 1 or 2 years younger than me.
Mm.
He's 8, 9.
Mm.
So anyway, we're as buddy as you can be. We're running all around the house doing dumb shit. At some point, we went down in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
They had a pool table.
Hmm.
I had never even seen a pool table before.
Hmm.
And they were playing pool. Well, they knew how to play.
They knew how to play, yeah.
So they, we looked at the pool table and we said, "What is that?" Oh, they got balls. How you do that? What do you do?
What are you supposed to do to
Yeah,
it?
so we figured out how to hold a stick, and they showed us whatever necessary. We played on that pool table from 7 o'clock at night until like 5 in the morning.
Oh yeah, they didn't care nothing about y'all.
Yeah, we were accessories to the fact. They didn't care what we were doing, just as long as we're not making a whole bunch of noise.
Mm-hmm.
So we played pool. Then my brother got sleepy and went to sleep. One of the brothers got sleepy and went to sleep, and me and the other brother stayed and shot pool more and more and more and more. I never got. I don't remember actually, but I don't remember ever getting anywhere near good.
Yeah, you
Just got better.
Just
got better at it. Being able to actually take the stick and make the cue ball go somewhere without just going off the table or something. So that was the end of that. The next day, well, we went to sleep and slept most of all of the next day during the daytime. And then when we finally got up, there was some activities that the grown-ups wanted to do. So we were in the car going somewhere. Then we came back, and the grown-ups went wherever they were going in the house, and we went back down in the basement and shot pool more.
We stayed for like a week.
So we were only there a weekend.
Oh.
I'm thinking 2 or 3 days at the most. Yeah, because my uncle would never leave the situation at his house for more than a couple of days because the animals need to be fed.
And nobody's there to do it.
Nobody's doing. Well, the wife was there, but she doesn't feed the pigs and the cows. She's only feed the chickens, maybe. That's all she ever did. So anyway, we had to get back. So we said our goodbyes and left on Sunday morning, probably Sunday morning. Got there Friday night and left Sunday morning. Never saw those people again until a year ago. Not a year ago. 6 months ago.
The sister and the brother.
Well,
the other two
okay,
gone.
a year ago, we were at the family reunion in Ohio.
Oh, okay, right back to where.
And one of the sisters came there to meet up with us, me and Alicia, to talk about her grandfather, which is about my uncle.
Was that Virginia or whatever?
Her name was Virginia. Yes, she came to meet us. So we talked to her, had a nice meeting at the family reunion, and she came to the family reunion that we were there to be at, which is not part of her family, but his side of the family. The family reunion that we were going to was
Dolores.
Dolores is not even related to us.
Oh, that's right.
She's married into. So the Morrises, the original Morris married a woman. Her last name was Lowe. We went to the Lowe family reunion. The Morris family reunion, if there ever is one, would be in Georgia. Because all the Morrises are from Georgia.
Oh, wow.
The Lowes are from Cleveland, Cincinnati, Indiana.
Which was his wife.
Which is the original Philip Morris's wife.
Philip Morris.
Fitzsimmons' wife.
Okay.
So anyway, Virginia doesn't know anything about that because that's from her grandfather's side of the family, and she don't know anything about her grandfather because he's always been in Virginia, and she's always been.
But he's a Morris.
Right.
Your uncle.
Right. She don't know anything about his background. So coming to a Lowe family union, which is my uncle's father's wife's side of the family. So she's totally out of her element. She don't know anybody there. actuality, probably nobody is actually married, related to her by blood. Nobody.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she was basically there to see us, me and Alicia.
Because you're in the vicinity.
We were in the vicinity. So we gave her a lot of information, and a lot of information. The Lowe family tree has Morris's on it, starting with the original Morris,
Philip Morris.
Philip Morris. He's on the tree, and he's a branch, and then there's another branch, another branch. All those are Morrises down this column. But the family tree has 50 branches, and one of them is Morris. The Lowe family tree has 50 branches, and one of those branches is the Morris sector that you're in, and I'm in, and my uncle was in, and my father was in.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's the part that one branch is what she was interested in.
Yeah.
Because that's where she's at.
Yeah, she want to know about her background.
Yeah. Her name is actually on there somewhere.
Virginia Morris?
Yeah, because...
Is Morris still?
No, never was a Morris. Never was a Morris. When her mother got divorced from my uncle, they changed their name back to whatever her maiden name was. Yeah. So anyway, we had that meeting, and we left Ohio back in the 50s, maybe the 60s. Came back to Virginia, and that was the end of seeing them. Oh, never mind. That's not true. So we were there in Virginia for 6, 7, 10 more years. I'm there. And eventually, his daughter and her oldest son, Wayne, and maybe one other relative of theirs came down to Spotsylvania where we were. And spent a short amount of time there because the wife didn't want them there. The wife, my uncle's wife.
Oh, because that's from his ex.
That's from the past.
Yeah.
Didn't want them. So they only spent a short amount of time out in the driveway talking. They pulled up on the driveway. We went outside and talked to them. My aunt didn't go outside, so me and my brother and the uncle went outside and talked to them and conference or whatever. Walked around the property a little bit, looking at things, whatever. And eventually, my uncle, myself, and our brother all got in his car, and they got back in their car, and we drove off to wherever we were going. At that time, I was around 16ish, 15ish.
Oh, driving yourself too?
No, I wasn't driving. 15 or 16ish.
Oh.
So we drove the oldest son to a military academy, which was about 50 or 60 miles from the Spotsylvania area. And drove up to the school, took out all his bags and luggage and everything he owns, took it up to his room, helped him make up his bed, and left him there.
So a year before you left. Before y'all.
Right. So Wayne, the oldest son, is now in a military academy somewhere in Virginia, and we just left him there. So we said goodbye to him, got back in the car. My uncle's daughter drove back to Ohio, and we came back to Spotsylvania, and that was the last I saw of Wayne or his mother. After that, I grew up and went away. I left that property. Wayne told me that while he was there at school, his mother never came back to visit him. So he was there basically for 4 years.
Oh, 4 years.
And I think he only went home for Christmas and whenever the school was closed.
Military academy just is like, it's a military prep school.
Whatever.
Or is it military school?
I think it's more like military prep. They have a military theme of how they operate. You march everywhere. And do military stuff, but you're not in the military. You can take that training and go straight to an officer school or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So anyway, he finished his 4 years there, and he said that The only time he ever went home is when school was closed.
Yeah.
And school closes for Thanksgiving, Christmas, maybe New Year's. Everybody was
Yeah.
home.
The whole.
He said
Christmas thing.
some of those times he wasn't. He didn't go home for New Year's maybe because it was a short holiday.
Yeah.
So on those occasions, my uncle would come to school and get him and take him back to Spotsylvania, and he would hang out.
Oh, with you guys.
Not with us guys. I was gone.
Oh yeah, you were already gone. Yeah.
I was gone.
Wayne. So this is the one that owns it now, the property.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So all that stuff happened, and then we met up with Virginia at the reunion 2 years ago,
Okay.
and Virginia told us that Wayne lived in Philadelphia and gave us his phone number. And after the reunion, that she met with us up in Ohio.
That's her brother. Okay.
Yeah, we called Wayne and said, "Hey, Wayne, I'm your grandfather's nephew or whatever, and I was at your house or whatever." And so he came down from Philadelphia, met up with me and Alicia down in Spotsylvania, and looked at the property, walked around it like we have done before.
This is a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least.
Yeah.
Um, so we broke bread together. After that, we went and ate somewhere and talked and talked and talked and talked. Bunch of conversation.
Yeah.
Since then, he went back to Philadelphia
Mm-hmm.
with the promise that he was going to come back and, you know,
Discuss further.
to talk further. Yeah, because he has, big plans for Spotsylvania property. But I don't know if that's going to work out. But anyway, while we were talking to him, he told us that his sister Virginia is a millionaire. She has a business of some type. I don't know what kind of business she has. Forgot.
The same one you just ran into 2 years ago.
Right. She's a millionaire. She's the only millionaire in the family.
Mm.
What the hell does she do?
But she was
Might
a
be
millionaire.
real estate.
Was,
I don't know what she does.
was she over a millionaire when you guys met her at the?
Yeah, yeah.
She's
She's been a millionaire for years. 10 years. When I saw her at the reunion, I thought she was like hobo-ish, bum.
Oh.
Her shoes turned over to the outside. You know how
She didn't want nobody to know.
you know how people walk their shoes over.
Yeah.
She's just unkept. She's a basic. She's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's that's his sister.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he is a college professor
Mm-hmm.
at some big college up there in Philadelphia. I don't know what college it is. Forgot. Columbia University. Maybe
Heard of
Columbia.
it. Heard of it.
I heard of it too. Anyway, he's a college professor, and he's a mess. Like, like worse than Henry type mess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Just,
Yeah. All over the place.
just a mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a mess.
I get it.
Just a mess. But anyway, he had big hopes, aspirations, and dreams for developing Spotsylvania property into something.
Mm.
Anyway, one of the basic things that we may not have already discussed is that when my uncle acquired that property down in Spotsylvania,
Mm-hmm.
he was hiding himself from his ex-wife, which is his daughter's mother.
Mm.
He was hiding himself from her,
Mm-hmm.
and he was still married to her.
Mm.
Never divorced her until much later.
Mm.
But anyway,
That would be his. That would be Wayne's
grandmother.
grandmother. Okay.
Yeah. So my uncle was hiding from his ex-wife. So when he found and purchased the property down in Spotsylvania,
Mm.
he didn't put the property in his name
Gotcha.
because
That
he
makes
thought
sense.
his wife would take it from him.
Gotcha.
So he put the property in his daughter's name,
Mm-hmm. Not Virginia's mother.
Virginia's mother.
Okay. The one y'all went to go visit.
Right.
Yeah.
Cordell. Anyway, so when things got really dicey between my uncle and his present wife,
Mm-hmm.
they were like, battling each other about stuff, and she finally figured out that when he got married to her, he was actually
Already
still married to that lady up in Ohio somewhere.
Mm.
So that relationship
Dwindled down.
dwindled into like a real mess.
Mm.
So eventually, after the uncle died, the daughter came down there to Spotsylvania and
Mm.
said, "You get out of my house."
The current wife.
Right. Told the current wife, "You need to skedaddle."
Mm-hmm.
And the current wife said, I'm not skedaddling anything. I'm gonna stay here."
Did she have proof? She knew that the house?
Yeah, both of them knew their rights. Both of them knew their rights, and that one of them had the right to say get out of here, and the other one had the right to say you leave me alone. So anyway,
Mm.
they ended up going to court.
Mm.
Both of them had to get a lawyer. They ended up at the court together in Spotsylvania. They're sitting in the court together, and the court man says,
It's Virginia's mom, Virginia Wayne's mom,
"Yep."
and the wife. Okay.
And the present wife were in court together down in Spotsylvania.
To your uncle, daughter, and wife.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hmm. They were in the court together, arguing over this property and whatever. So
Mm.
the
But they
judge
both
said,
got paper work.
yeah, both of them got rights, but me and you don't know what those rights are.
Yeah.
So the judge said, "Wife, you've been living there for 57 years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe longer. I don't know how long they've been there, since 1940 something, long time,
And when did he die?
80s,
Oh, in the 80s.
yeah, but 80 something.
Yeah, so 40
I
something.
think they ended up in court in the 90s,
Mm.
90, 91. But anyway, they were in court. The judge said, okay, I heard your two arguments. What's going to happen is, wife, you can stay there in that property as long as you live.
Mm.
However, the rent money you collect from those houses on the property, you must send to the daughter
Because she owns it.
because she owns it. And the taxes, I think she said you have to pay them. Wife, you have to pay them.
To the state. To the, yeah. To
The
state.
county tax, property tax. I don't know how that ended up that way.
Yeah.
But
That
anyway,
was his decision.
that was his
judge's
decision.
decision.
That was his decision. And he said, daughter, you can take it all when she's no longer there.
Yeah. Whether she dies or just moves.
Right, whatever happens. So my the wife said, no. After the court date was over, they left and came back home. So I came down and talked to her about this whole situation, and she said,
In the 90s?
yeah, whenever. It was right after court. I was there.
Okay. Yeah.
After court, I was there. I wasn't there for court, didn't know what was happening. But after court,
Yeah.
I came down to visit her and talk to her,
Mm-hmm.
and she was sitting there on her sofa telling me all about all
What
these
happened?
things, all these bad
Wait,
things.
the aunt?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Goodbye.
I always tell my children, goodbye is forever. See you later is
See you later.
see you later.
All right. We'll see you later. Don't blow too many balloons.
I'm gonna remember that you left us stranded, and you left us.
Oh, you're doing this for the camera.
Yeah.
You
Thanks.
definitely could cause us to have a car crash.
Oh
and
God.
Let him drive since you can't see at night.
Yeah.
All of those
His
things.
eyes work just fine at nighttime.
He got 16-year-old eyes.
All right.
Happy blowing. Wait, that's kind of weird. Enjoy blowing balloon. Oh, no, that's kind of weird. Have fun. Oh, you part
Going
of
to an inflation party.
Mm.
Inflation.
We'll be dreaming by the time you get back. It's almost 11. So you're sitting there on the
So I'm
couch.
listening to her, and she said, "I'm not sending that bitch any money for the rent.
The aunt said that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not paying the taxes because it's not mine." So
Hey, what's that smell? You got something in the oven?
Don't touch this peach cobbler.
Oh.
she said, "I'm not sending her any rent money, and I'm not paying the taxes."
Mm-hmm.
3 years later,
Consequences for that is
3 years later, she was found laying in the driveway by a passerby. passed her by, driving by,
How
saw
old was
her.
she?
79. Yeah, 80, almost 80.
Mm-hmm.
She was on her way out to get mail out of the mailbox, and something happened. She
Collapsed.
fell. And when I was talking to her when she was in the hospital bed, she said, "I don't know why, but I couldn't get up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, something about old people. They can't roll over on their stomach and then put up on their knees and then push up on their knees. All that shit don't work. She's down on the ground,
Just rolling around.
just rolling around like a dummy. Somebody passing by saw her. Dude went down the road, made a U-turn, came back,
Mm-hmm.
called the ambulance. She never went back to the property after that. The ambulance took her to the hospital. They took her out of the hospital and put her in a rehab center. They took her out of the rehab center and put her in a nursing home.
Oh, so it wasn't by choice. It was just that's just the way it worked
That's
out.
the way it worked out. You got to be healthy. You got to be healthy to come home.
Mm-hmm. And she had nobody there.
And she had nobody there. She lived alone.
She didn't have any other.
She lived alone.
She didn't have any offspring with him.
None.
Oh, she was just living on.
On purpose. After she found out that he was still married, she said, "No, get none of this."
Well, yeah, you've been gone. I've been gone. She's been gone a long time ago. What's the point of staying?
Well, wait a minute now. He got some of that, but she made sure a baby never came out of it.
Yeah, well, either way, so this is 90 something, and she's out of there now.
She's out of there now.
And
the property is empty.
How does daughter find out about that?
I don't know how it found. I don't know how she found out.
Well, she's not getting.
Don't know how she found out.
So she was
maybe no.
She was responsible for sending the rent money. So probably when the rent money wasn't coming in,
she never got it.
That's right. So probably the daughter peeked in and said, "What's
right?" She probably had some kind of a system to check on where she and what's going on.
Yeah.
Found out she was in a nursing home.
And the renters, who they gonna pay to if she's not there?
Yeah, I don't know.
They just living on.
You just holding the rent in your hand and nobody to collect it.
Just living here for free.
But eventually, that came to an end. So the renters moved out. The last 2 or 3 moved out, and they probably owed like eight months of rent. But they moved out, and then somehow the daughter found out that the property is now abandoned, and she came down and paid somebody to board up the house and put a sign on the door saying, private property, do not enter, or under the penalty or whatever. Eventually, the daughter dies.
Wayne's mom
dies and leaves the property to her 4 children.
Okay.
Wayne, Virginia, and the other brother and the other daughter.
Gotcha.
Of those 4, Virginia said that she was the only one paying the taxes, because when the wife died and the property got left to them, the first thing that happened was Virginia and Spotsylvania contacted them and said, "You owe us $42,000, $47,000 in back taxes." And they said, I don't know where the fuck that's coming from. So Virginia / Spotsylvania put the property up for auction for the price of the taxes.
That's breaking even.
Right, they just want to get rid of it and get their money back, tax money out of it. So it went to auction, and auction you had to bid on it. So they opened the bid at $42,000. Nobody said anything. Nobody was, it wasn't like a standing in the room auction. It's like telephone or something. I don't know how the auction happens.
Yeah.
But the people are not in a particular room. They're wherever they are. Real estate investors or whatever. So the investors, since the 42,000 thing didn't work, whoever was running the auction said, "Okay, we'll drop it down to 30,000. Nobody bid on it. Nobody said, "We'll take it." They drop it down to 25,000, and it didn't.
You try to get something.
Still,
for it.
nobody wanted it.
Mhm.
So they closed the auction and said, "Fuck it, we ain't selling it." So the state came and put a sign up on it saying, "State-owned property, do not trespass."
Mm.
And then maybe 6 months to a year later, um, Virginia found out that it had gone to auction for sale and it didn't sell, and they asked the county what's going on with it now, because you still want the 42,000. They said no, we only want 25 now,
Mm.
and they said it's gone to auction again in 3 months on this date, and this is the phone number you need to call if you want to bid on it.
Mm.
So the four siblings got together and said we're gonna buy it when it goes to auction again.
Mm.
So it went to auction. The four of them bought it, or whoever was responsible at the time bought it,
Yeah.
and then all four of them owned it. All four of them owned it for I don't know 15, 20, 25 years now. Nothing's happened to it. The only thing that's happened to it after they bought it, the county contacted Virginia because she was named as the primary or something,
Yeah.
primary contact.
Hmm.
They contacted her and said the houses on the property are dilapidated and falling down, and they're being sometimes occupied by homeless people.
Hmm.
We want you to do something about the overall appearance of the house.
Hmm.
And she said whatever she said. It ended up she hired a contractor to come
Demolish it.
demolish the store and the main house,
Mm.
the one he lived in. So she paid some company, like somewhere between $6,000 and $10,000 to demolish it, grub it all up, and take it away.
Mm.
There's not one sign of those things being there now.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to see
That
that.
shit is gone.
I wanted to see what that looked like.
Scarf that shit up. I'll show you a picture of what I have of it.
Mm.
Anyway, Virginia said of the siblings, she was the only one putting out money to do things.
Yeah.
So she said, "I'm tired of it. I don't want to do it anymore." Then the other three said, "We'll buy you out, and you don't have to be involved anymore."
By Virginia out?
Yes, they bought her.
The
So
millionaire? Alright.
yeah, they bought her out. They paid her $6,000, $6,500, and that was her cost.
Mm.
She paid. They paid 25 for it, and her value of that was
Yeah, her portion
of that.
though. Okay.
So anyway, so the three of them own it now. And Wayne said he's never getting rid of it. It's always going to be theirs.
he has children he's gonna give or
Yeah, he has,
grandchildren?
he has three or four children. So, like I said, he looked at it and said he wanted to do something, change it to a house, property, whatever. He wants to do stuff.
Yeah.
But like I told you,
Probably won't be his
I don't see the
lifetime.
money. I don't see the money hanging out of his pockets. Um, so that's where we are now. The last time I talked to Wayne, he was trying to finish up a house that he was having built in Botswana. A 5-bedroom mansion looking place in Botswana,
Major. Where's Botswana at?
Africa. So
Africa?
it's in Botswana.
Oh yeah.
So he had it built. It's already built. It has a roof on it, but the insides are unfinished. The outside is totally unfinished. It's just unfinished.
Yeah.
So he said, "I want to finish that project and then take all the people that's working on that project, bring them here to the United States, and have them build something for me here in Virginia on that property." I said, "That's not going to work." Anyway, 4 months ago,
Mm.
he called me and said, in Botswana, his house that he built there and had put a roof on it, there was a big storm, and now the roof is leaking and looks like it's about to collapse.
Mm.
So I said, "Damn, that's pretty bad. Send me some pictures of the roof,
Mm.
and I'll give you my estimation of what's going on with the roof." So he sent me the pictures. I looked at them. I have never seen such shabby construction practices in my life. I don't even know how the fucking thing stood up in the first place.
They took his money.
Yeah. Well, that's the way they build stuff in Africa.
Yeah.
They don't do it the way we do it here.
Mhm.
So I told him, I said, these are the things that I see that are wrong, and there's no way to fix that unless you take the roof off and start over.
Mm.
Because fixing it from the underside when it's got weight on it is not going to work.
Mhm.
It's just not going to work. Plus, the construction methods that I see are not sound anyway. So
Mhm.
even if you repair it, it's not going to be any better than it was in the beginning.
Mhm.
And in the beginning, it was a mess.
Mhm.
So he didn't really like that. And I said, whoever was a contractor, you need to fire him. Whoever was a subcontractor, you need to fire him. Whoever was a general contractor, you should fire them. And the owner should never have signed for this shit to be built in the first place. So you should fire him too. He said, I said, man, that's you. So maybe not you. But anyway, everybody involved in this building contract
Terrible.
should be fired.
Yeah.
Anyway, he didn't like that, but he called me back and he said, I got your point, but well, how can we fix this?
Yeah.
So I went over with him what it takes to fix it. And he said he was going to get somebody else in Africa to go over there and take an assessment of it and figure out how to go about fixing it. So he did that, and then the person said, he's right, we need to start over.
But the roof or the whole construction?
The roof. The walls are a mess, but they're all right.
Yeah.
Start over. So that's what's supposed to happen. And he showed me some pictures of the new contractors' way of doing things and said, this is how they do it. The new people are going to do it like this. And their construction methods is just as fucked up as the original one. I didn't say that, but I said, oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad they're starting over because what you got is bad. But anyway, so that was part of the initiation with me and him talking about construction things. And I said, bringing those construction methods that you're using in Africa here to the United States, you're not going to pass not one state inspection or safety inspection. So you're going to have to hire contractors who
American.
are familiar with American rules and building methods. So he said, I got lots of connections in Africa. I can get those people on a plane and I can have them here and keep them here for 2 months and they can build whatever I want.
Why bring trash over here though?
I don't know. That's the way he was thinking. But he was saying that to save money. I said, well,
It's not
you're
safe.
not going to save money by bringing them here. You're just going to have it built once, twice, 3 times, and it's going to cost you twice as much.
Yeah.
So that probably dampened his spirits a bit, but you know that's
So he was thinking. Oh, so that's why he had big plans for the property because he thinks that he can bring a thousand
cheap labor here and keep them here for 3 months and feed them out of a cooler and keep them in. He said I could buy a house trailer, put it on the property, and they can stay on the property and work, go back in the trailer, work, go back in the trailer.
He wanted to start slavery all over again. He wants to start slavery all over again.
Start slavery all over again.
Oh man. Okay. So that's his.
So anyway, that was his
grand idea.
plan. So anyway, ever since we got back to talking or whatever, I've been trying to get him to leave Philadelphia long enough to come down here and visit. I would like to see, how it is that he shoots pool now.
If he's been sharpening his skills.
I doubt it, because he's a college professor. He don't dabble. He probably even touched the pool stick in 20 years
Since he was a child.
Yeah, probably since he was a child. So anyway, I just wanted him to come and we can go over my talk
So
to.
the other one, Anthony.
I don't know what his name. I forgot.
Yeah, we don't know. Well, Virginia's
I don't know
out.
where he is, or Wayne never talks about him much. He's probably out of the country too, living somewhere else. I don't know where he could be living. He's not near. He's not near this area.
Oh, I don't even know how we got. Oh, we were talking about the property. Yeah, but that's nowhere near your hands.
Right.
That property's nowhere near your hands.
But it appears as though he wants me to help him develop it or work on it or get it started. More advice shall be given to him about what to do there and how to do it.
With the right
Unfortunately, most of the plans that he has
over
I
his head.
don't think they're all that wise. They're dreams, but they're not, practical.
What's his overall? He wants to
He
return it.
said he wanted to build like a condominium place there.
Okay, that's
I said
doable.
that's a possibility,
Yeah, once
but
you
that's
flatten it
big.
all
I
out.
said that's a big project.
Yeah, that's millions.
I said
Start small.
I think you should build a small house there, big enough for you and your wife to stay in. Maybe your children are 16 and 17, so they're not going to live there. But
Mm-hmm.
if they wanted to live there, build a bedroom, one level house there
Mm-hmm.
in the back, far back as you can build
Off the road, yeah.
off the road,
Mm-hmm.
nice long driveway,
Mm-hmm.
and from that you can manage building whatever else you want in front of you at the front part of the property. Um, but I would start with building a small house first and see how you can coordinate getting people to do it, material and how much it costs, and labor, how much it costs, finding a general contractor that you trust.
Yeah, you got
Not
water.
one from Africa. You got to get a general contractor
Yeah.
from that area. Find one you can trust who can find other contractors to do all the other work.
Mm.
But anyway, have the house built and get that done and get to live in there, be acquainted with the area and the neighborhood and all that stuff, and then figure out if you think a condo or a townhouse community in the front part of that property is something you can do.
Mm.
And he said, that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do that.
So he's just going with the flow.
Yeah, going with my stupid ass idea.
Sounded better than him bringing Africans over.
Sounded better than his goddamn idea. But you're not a person who looks at a structure and say, I don't know if that's right. I don't even know if you're supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not that person.
Mm-hmm.
But I can look at a piece of property, a piece of material, or a piece of building and say, I don't know what's wrong with it, but that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see when he showed me
The roof.
the roof and the structure that he had built in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how they could build it like that and whatever. I don't understand.
They went from huts to that.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
better than,
yeah,
better than that.
yeah. If you're thinking build me a hut out of grass and mud,
Mm-hmm.
the structures that he showed me were superior to those. Superior to a grass mud hut.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely nothing like that. You can't even build a garage out of the material they were building houses out of.
What were they using? Less than sheetrock? Apparently.
I'll show you a picture of it. But
They're using this stuff.
that would be superior to what they used.
That's terrible. Might as well use loose leaf paper or something.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, that's too bad. I had a partner that was from Africa, and he was saying that he's from Ghana. He was saying that his purpose for being here is to earn and collect money to eventually retire and go back over there. And I said, why are you going over there? He said, because the opportunities are endless here. He said you can do a lot with your money over there, and they have a whole bunch of incentives for African Americans to come back home to Africa and bring farming and whatever else, what other skills you learn or know here. This is like cinder block.
It does.
I mean, yeah, like you said, me looking at it, you looking at it, I'm like,
Cinder block. Yeah.
it's not here, but it looks like a good start.
It was like a good start.
Yeah.
So I asked him. I said, "What are you going to put on the outside to make the wall look good?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said,
You don't know.
"I don't know. I haven't thought about
Yeah,
that."
that's cinder block looks like.
Yeah. So he said, "I don't know. Maybe you go paint it." I said, that's not right. Um,
There's no
so
insulin. I tell you that. There's no
they
way
say
to
it's
keep it.
hot there all the time.
Oh.
The gets 85 at night. That's as cool as it's ever going to get.
Mm.
Most of the time it's 100. So anyway, this is the inner surface of the roof. Looking up at the roof from the inside of the house.
Nails hanging out. That's crazy. Yeah, that looks. What is the roof made of?
Wood. Oh,
No,
the top surface.
The top, yeah.
Uh,
Because
concrete tiles.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. So my house, all the houses in Arizona
Mhm.
are made of concrete
Right,
tile,
right.
and they say they
That
should.
cools the cooler,
Yeah, well,
and they
that
last forever.
there you go. They last the life of the house. They should
Yeah.
last the life of the house. So from what you're saying.
Can you see the tiles up there at the top of the roof?
Yeah, I see 'em. That's why I said they look like my tiles. I can't see
You
them.
should not see them.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, I get
The
that.
the tiles is not the final waterproof.
Yeah, I know. There's like 3, 4 layers before
There's
you
some
get to the
layers
top.
before that.
Yeah, there's especially the weathers, the rubber.
Rubber
They're thing you
membrane.
roll
A
out.
rubber membrane that goes
Yeah.
under.
Well, first there's a plywood.
Yep.
Right. Then there.
Rubber membrane.
Rubber
And
membrane.
then strips of wood to put those things on.
Yeah, and then there's like tar, or that's commercial.
That's commercial wood.
Commercial buildings got.
But anyway, that roof don't have it.
Yeah, you shouldn't see none of that stuff.
You shouldn't see any of that.
Yeah, it's not. Clearly, it looks like something I would have made. Nah, I probably wouldn't have made that. But yeah.
The thing that I am most disturbed by is nowhere in construction of a roof should you see a a board that goes look a board that goes this way and a board that goes this way, and they're joined by a board that goes this way that's nailed into the side of that one, nailed into the side of that one. The way to do it is you put it under there so the weight
Sits on it.
sits on it, and you put it on top of the other one down at the bottom, so it's
Not a nail hole.
not on the side.
Oh,
Then I said, this is, and they don't even cut them off at the end of where they're going. They just cut it off,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
and they put like 5 nails in the side of it. That's not the way to hold up a roof.
Well,
Anyway,
they
it's a
clearly know
mess.
what they're doing. Yeah.
It's a mess. He said he's gonna take that down and put up something better. I said, okay, that's good. That's great. I don't think that's gonna work out for
How
you.
much did he pay for all of what you're looking at? Because
He never spoke about the money, but he said it's really cheap.
I can imagine. I mean, I saw pictures of what we would call mansions here for anywhere from 75 to 175. They would really call like $1 million mansions. 300. What I pay for mine? $300,000.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so cheap. I'm sure that was $1,000 probably for that roof. That
Yeah, probably right.
Yeah.
Probably right. So one of the things he told me was they had this big storm there, big windstorm and rain,
Mhm.
and he said the wind lifted the roof off. I said,
Concrete roof.
look how the roof comes in contact with the walls.
Just sitting on it.
Right,
It's not really
right.
connected at all.
Not connected.
Yeah, of course it would get blown off. It's not.
Yeah, it's on there under its own weight. The only thing that's keeping it up there is the weight of the roof is pushing down on it.
Mhm.
If that changes by wind, it just blow away. I don't even think it's bolted to it. It's
Yeah,
just
they're-
sitting on top of boards.
They're not pretty. They don't know.
So this is the part that I was not most disturbed by. Nowhere in construction I've ever seen people lay bricks or blocks with a gap still there. So where's the concrete that's supposed to be all the way out to the edge of the brick?
Yeah, I get it. They don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing.
I get it.
But they're using bricks and blocks, but they misusing them.
Yeah.
In the States, you put decorative brick on the outside
Mhm.
and cinder block on the inside. Cinder block wall with brick wall on the outside, so basically you have 2 walls.
Mm.
and you connect the brick to the cinder block by a piece of metal strapping,
Yeah.
so that they don't move around separate of each other. They move together, which makes a strong surface, and it looks good on the outside, and it's strong on the inside.
Mm.
That's not the way things are done over there.
Nope.
They don't do it like that.
Mm.
So, what at one time he spoke to me and said, "Would you be willing to come over here and show my people how to do it?"
Come over to Africa? Mm.
I said,
Sound
"No,
like a sound like a fun
no, no,
sound like
no,
a fun trip. But I don't know
no,
about
no,
just
no,
coming over there and hanging out.
no. I'm not going.
Would I be
You
willing
get
to?
me there." Well, the main reason I wouldn't go is
It doesn't make enough sense.
I know enough to say that's not right, but I don't have the know-how to say this is what you need to do to correct it.
Well, they do. I mean, you know how to build a roof. You've built houses, but um, I
So
don't
I
know
told
about the
him, I said,
supplies.
the best way to get a good sound roof
Mm.
is to go to a company who builds roof truss.
Mm.
Talk to them about what size your roof is and how what the pitch is and all that other stuff, and they'll design all the wood to hold that roof up. All you have to do is get a crane to put it up there,
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
and they manufacture that roof at the plant with all the things that'll make it work properly.
Mm.
And they bring it out there on a truck flat, and each piece has numbers. And you put
Not
it.
out there. Out here, maybe.
I told them, if you don't have that,
Oh.
it's not in your town, but it must be in the capital. You know,
Somewhere.
go to the Congo, whatever. Somebody's doing it. Somebody's doing the construction properly over there.
Yeah.
Because you got high rises in the big city,
Yeah.
so somebody's got the technology. You just got to catch up with them and get them to do a roof for you.
That's true. Yeah.
Just hand stick building is just a bad plan.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't do things like that for cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you want to save money, but you also want to have a structure, a sound, safe structure.
Yeah. So at some point, I suggested to him some other building methods other than using masonry construction, because he said he was going to get his masons from over there to come over here to do masonry work.
Leave them over there.
Yeah. So after I talked to him about the way they're doing masonry here is not going to make it in this country, because here in this country they don't build a cinder block wall the way they're building a cinder block wall,
Yeah.
and they have to be neat grout lines or seams where bricks come together and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're not doing that.
They're not gonna learn that over.
Yeah, you can't learn that. You can't come here and learn it. You could come here as a mason, hire a mason to be in charge of them, and they get shown how to do it.
Yeah.
It would take longer, but it might be cheaper.
But why are you going after cheap?
I don't know why they
I
do
mean,
that.
eventually you gotta start.
That's why my conversations with him feel a little bad, because every time I talk to him, I don't hear money rattling. I only hear ideas.
Ideas, yeah.
Yeah, and some of them don't match up with what I think his money line is going to be.
Oh well.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm looking forward to him showing up here one day, but we'll see if that ever happens. He's 75. I'm 73. I told him when I met up with him again last year, I said, we're not getting any younger, and we already got a certain amount of more years. So if you want to get together and do some things, we need to get it done now, not waiting till you're in your goddamn bed.
Sound like he's the only one out of his siblings do anything towards this
Right.
property. Has
I think that he has a little bit of emotional connection to that property because
his mother. Right?
Not because of his mother, because his mother put him into school, and while he was in the school, he was a lonely soul, and my uncle came to get him and bring them back
Oh,
to that property
yeah.
on a regular, somewhat regular basis.
So he was there, yeah.
He was there,
And now he owns it.
and now he owns it.
Mm.
So he has a little bit of emotional connection to it.
Okay.
The other siblings have no connection to it because they've never been here,
Mm.
have never seen it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They may have come. They may have been in the car when he got taken to school, but they never came back to this
Mm.
place, to that Spotsylvania location.
Oh, okay. Huh. Even though your story was long and drawn out, it did make sense that way. Because now I have almost the same context you do as to why.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The most surprising thing was to me when I talked to his wife, which was my aunt.
Yeah, okay.
I went to the nursing home to see her after she got, because I went to the house
Mm.
to see her and it was boarded up. I said, "What the fuck is this?" So
track her down.
from there, I had to track her down, go find out what happened and where, whatever. So eventually, I found out the name of the nursing home. I went to the nursing home, stopped at the desk, and asked at the desk. I said, "I understand you have a Cecilia Morris here," and they said, "Yeah, she's in room 230, whatever." I said, "Well, I'm her nephew, and I wanted to go see her." So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let's go down there. Cool. She's in there. She's in the room. So I went down there. She was in the bed. Not sickly looking at all. Just looked normal.
Mm-hmm.
But old. Just old.
Yeah.
Just old. And so I sat down to talk to her, and we talked for a while about things, and that's when she told me the long story of the
The
interactions or
property.
bad actions that she had with his daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and she was a lady who always was in church every Sunday,
Mm.
but during the conversation she said, "That bitch came down here and tried to put me out of my house."
So she don't recognize that that's his daughter.
You don't care? No, she didn't care. She said when she married my uncle, she was a virgin. He told her that he was a virgin.
She just got played. That's all.
She's a little country girl from a little country house.
She's naive.
A little bit naive, and he
Yeah.
was from the big city with a Cadillac and a suit and a coat. Never
Oh,
seen.
you a virgin? I am too.
I've been saving myself for you. But anyway,
Yeah.
after they'd been married for a year or two, whatever, some kind of short period of time,
Mm.
she found out that he was still married to somebody up in Ohio. She didn't know who. She just know that he was married to somebody.
Mm.
I think Lucius's mother told her.
Myrtle.
Told her that Sammy was and probably still is married to that lady up in Ohio.
How do they know each other?
They were connected before he came to Spotsylvania and got connected to Cecilia.
No, Mert and Sam.
They are connected by Mert.
Wait, his name was Samuel?
Yeah.
That's great. Xavier's middle name is Samuel. I didn't even know. So we named him not after, but in like a hat to his grandmother, which is Samiko, Tiffany's mother. Her name is Samiko. People call her. She'd rather be called Sam by her friends. So, and just to honor her, we just named him Samuel.
Yeah.
But we didn't know
There was
who was naming him.
Yeah,
We was really naming him after his great was it? I don't know what he is to him.
I don't know. It's way out there.
Well, that's your uncle, so that'd be my great
uncle.
So that'd be his great grand.
Yeah. So anyway, after being married 2 years, she found out from Myrtle, and Myrtle is married to Rob, which is his brother. So those two probably talked about the fact that he started his life.
She's snitching.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, passing
Yeah,
on
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Because you're naive and you act like you cut your bitch.
Yeah.
You don't even know what's up. So
Yeah.
so
I kind of remember
Samuel
oh,
left Georgia when he was in his 20s, probably. Went
Okay.
to went not to, yeah, left Georgia and went to Ohio
Met her.
and met her and got married. Learned how to be a barber. Started a trucking company, and the trucking company was very successful. He moved the trucking company from Ohio to D.C. and all of his brothers worked for him. Robert, Henry, Oziah, and Oziah's twin brother.
So your uncle was the most successful one.
Right. He was
Okay.
an entrepreneur type person.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, somewhere in that mess, Cecilia was not there.
Oh, the daughter.
No, Cecilia is his
Oh,
wife.
his new wife. The
His
new wife.
New
Yeah.
wife was not there.
Mm.
She got she became part of his life when he moved to Spotsylvania. So after he was in DC being successful for a lot of years with whatever life he had, he left the DC thing, sold the trucking company to whoever, and got a whole bunch of money from selling the trucking company. I don't know how you get money from selling the trucking company, but anyway, he got a lot of money from that, and he put that money into buying the property down in Spotsylvania, and then also acquired his wife down in Spotsylvania at the same time. So he got all of that stuff arranged separate from